Hey guys, Ruan from futurevisionroom.com, and today we're hiking through Leopard Canyon. So we're coming up to the end of the road as far as you can travel with a 4x4 with the vehicle, and after this I'm going to have to get out and start hiking. See, some of the terrain that you're going to go through is very rocky. So you definitely need a 4x4 to get to the starting point. Now these roads are quite steep and quite treacherous. If you're going to slip here with your car, you're going to have some serious damage. So I need to take it easy, especially as I go up on the other side of here. It's amazing how they've built the structure on top of the rock. To think that people actually live out here. It's such a remote area. And this is the car that was following me, 4x4 that was following me, but this is as far as we can go. So this is officially where I need to park and then start my journey with the hike. So guys, we're in Leopard Canyon. I'm hiking through Leopard Canyon, and you can see this is the canyon behind me over here. And I'm hiking through to a spot called the Hanging Gardens, which is about a 2.5 kilometer hike from here. And then from there, the hike continues, but it gets a lot more difficult. It starts to go through vertical rock faces and climbing areas that you need to go past as well. So it becomes a lot more challenging. Right now, I'm hiking through the wadi, and it's just been raining very recently. So I'm hoping to see some water, but at the same time, I'm hoping that we don't have any flash floods, obviously, that are going to run through this wadi at the same time that I'm in the wadi, because that's not going to be fun, and you don't want to get caught out in one of these wadis during a flash flood. It's a beautiful environment. Obviously it's called the Leopard Canyon. That's because leopards were spotted here many years ago before they became endangered and then close to being extinct in the wild. But it's a beautiful environment, as you can see over here. You've got this beautiful gorge behind me over here. You can see every now and then they've got these little markers so that you know you are on the right track. Because other than that, the track's not very well marked, but obviously you're just mainly walking through the wadi itself, the riverbed, the gorge, or the canyon. And so you can kind of make your way through. So again, we can see the terrain starting to change. And we're starting to do a little bit more boulder climbing now. The ascent is getting a little bit steep as we go. And I just got to make sure that I pick the right path as we go. Again, with hiking, always remember, you want to pick the path of least resistance. So while you're hiking, keep your eyes open and make sure that you choose the path which looks easier to the eye. And generally that's going to be the right path. So there we go, back on track. Starting to get some nice views of the gorge from here. Okay guys, so we've gone about 1.5 kilometers in already into the gorge, and at this point over here the gorge splits up into two directions. So you can see one side of the gorge heads off in that direction over there, and the other side of the gorge heads off in this direction over here. So there's a fork, but this tree, this big tree over here, is the marker. So just turn right. You can see there's water that came through recently. And one thing you don't want to happen is to get caught out in a valley like this during the flash floods. It's going to be pretty intense. So we've reached the main stop of today's hike, which is the main reason I came out here, is to see this beautiful area, and this is called the Hanging Garden. Absolutely stunning. And you can see where it's got its name from as well. These plants that are growing off the edge of the balcony on the Hanging Garden. And you can also imagine that when a storm hits this area, the water runs straight over the edge of this balcony and forms a cascading waterfall. I've basically reached an area where there's pretty much a vertical face wall right in front of me. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure which way to go. Okay guys, so I'm going to head back. This is the point where I'm going to turn around and head back. I won't be carrying on any further with this hike. It's been beautiful up until this point, but I'm not equipped to continue any further. And the trouble is, I'm not exactly sure which way to go either. The problem is, either way, these rocks are quite loose and slippery, and if you slip and fall, you're going to hurt yourself. And if I go the wrong way and get stuck halfway, it's going to be difficult to get down. I don't have ropes. I'm alone. So if I do slip and fall and hurt myself, it's going to be very difficult, and I'm going to be stuck. The plan was, in any case, just to come up to this point of the hike. So next time I'll be coming out with Matsi or a friend, and we can continue further. So I'm heading back. Okay, gotta take it easy here. Just going to take it nice and slow along the edge over here. Can't slip. Let's take it nice and easy. There we go. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Just look at that, guys. Incredible. So guys, on the way down, I discovered a way up. I actually discovered the way to come up, and I ended up coming up instead of going back down. Took it nice and easy. As long as you take it nice and easy on the way up and make sure you're not standing on any loose stones or gravel, you're fine. So I've come to the top of the shelf now, of that shelf that we were looking at earlier, which is just down over that drop over there. And I'm going to continue now through the gorge in that direction. You can see I'm starting to get quite close to the summit now, so I'm going to keep going. I mean, honestly, I'm not even sure where I'm going to go up. I've got to get to the top of that ledge over there. I'm not sure what's going to be the best way to get up here. Just going to have to check it out. Okay, so we've reached another vertical wall. This is about 5 meters high. I need to figure out the best way to climb up here. I'm thinking I'm going to go along there and then up that way over to the top. Let's give it a go. You can see the gorge has gotten much narrower. It's more like a ravine now. And the echo in here is just amazing. Hello! Hello! Incredible scenery all around me. These rock faces carved away by the water over the years. Just spectacular. Kind of scary. That's the wall that I need to climb at this point now. Okay, what's the best way up from here? Let's try this way. Gotta give yourself a push. There we go. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Please don't tell me I've got to climb this wall. I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I thought I was done climbing the walls. I'm just going to have to go through up that way. Definitely not going up that way. Let's give it a go. Let's take it nice and easy. Okay, that's it. You good? Take it nice and slow. Gotta be super careful here. Super careful. Because I do not want to fall. Yeah. Okay. And this is loose. I've got to be really careful where I step. Oh, this is. Okay, just take it really easy. A nice grip here. Okay. I can see where I need to go. There's nothing to hold on to. I've got to get up here. Cut my finger as I was coming up that vertical face because I gripped onto a very sharp rock, which is the only thing I could hold on to pull my body up. Luckily I brought a little medikit with me so I can sort that out when I get to the top of this rock. That's not easy. There we go. Okay, we're almost there. One thing's for sure, you're definitely not going to go down again. There's only one way, and that's up. Can't go down from here. Oh, made it. Made it. Okay, let's keep going. So I think I made it to the top of the summit. Man, that was tiring. I didn't expect that. It's exhausting getting to the top of this mountain. And at one point I was panicking a little bit because I wasn't sure I was heading in the right direction, but I think I know that I'm in the right direction now because I read about this abandoned village right on the top of the mountain, which you can see there's some stones. Looks like a wall or something on the top over there. So I'm heading off in that direction now. So finally, guys, I reached the top of the mountain. I've reached the summit, and I tell you what, I'm quite tired. It was much more exhausting and intense than what I thought it was going to be to get to the top of this mountain. So now the difficulty level is definitely higher than what I thought it was going to be. So right now I'm on the top on the plateau, and I'm walking through this abandoned village. You can see all these stone walls, which is where their houses used to be. And it's amazing to think that people actually used to live here. I don't know when they abandoned the village, but there's no one up here now. It's completely abandoned, and kind of amazing to think that people would want to live on the top of a mountain. And it makes you wonder how they got food and things up and down from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain. Amazing. Just look at this all around me here. I'm going to have to find what they call the donkey trail, which is the way down from the top of this mountain down again to get back down to the village on the bottom where I started. So I'm going to walk across to the other side and then hopefully find the trail down from there. This is what it looks like on the top of this mountain. You can see that was the abandoned village that I just showed you there. And I started down there and I went all the way along the gorge and then came up, actually over that hill over there, and then around to where I am now. But I don't understand where I need to go down. And I've walked from one side to the other side looking for a way down, and everything I see is just incredibly steep. So I don't know. Yeah, so this trip has just taken a bit of a turn for the worse, guys. I'm stuck on the top of this mountain. I'm not even sure how to go down. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. The sun's going to go down in an hour from now. I don't have a lot of water left, so this is what it looks like, and I've got no idea where the trail is. I've walk from one side to the other side trying to find the trail down, but I can't find it. So I've had to call the emergency services to hopefully try and airlift me out of here. Called Mitzi, she's called them, and they've spoken to me on WhatsApp. So hopefully things are going to work out. I can hear the sound of a helicopter. I'm flashing my light so they can see where I am. I can hear them. Okay, they're starting to come down. I can see them now. I can see the lights of the helicopter, but they're very, very high. I'm flashing my light so that they can see where I am. They need to drop altitude and come down lower. Okay, they're gonna fly straight over me now. I've been signaling them for about 5 minutes. I hope they can see me. I think they've seen my light. I hope they've seen my light. They're flying straight towards me. Yeah, they've seen my location. I found a good landing spot for them right here in front of me. Okay, I've made it. The airlift had been out and they landed at the helipad in front of the hospital at Ras Al Khaimah, and they needed to check me up to make sure that everything was okay. Main thing I needed was water, otherwise I was fine. I just needed water. So they've checked me out and I'm now in a taxi, and this kind gentleman is in the taxi. He's taking me back to where my car was parked at the start of the hike. Ahmad's over here. This very friendly taxi driver from Pakistan. He's brought me as far as he can go with the taxi. You can see the taxi's right over there. And we're in the middle of nowhere on the way back to get my car. I've got about a 2.5 kilometer hike from here. I'm going to continue along this road in the dark now. And Ahmad's going to turn back and he's going to head back towards Ras Al Khaimah. But he's brought me as far as he can go with his car, and I'm very grateful. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, my brother. Take care. Huh? Look after yourself.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so I made it back to the car and I made it back to civilization. But honestly, guys, today, big lesson learned. I knew the way up, and I knew the way up to the Hanging Gardens because I'd planned that section of the route with my GPS. The trouble was I didn't think I was going to go all the way to the top, and so I hadn't planned to come down. So by the time I reached the top, it was 4:30 in the afternoon. It was starting to get dark. There was only an hour and a half left of sunlight, and considering the fact that it took me about 5 hours to get to the top, that wasn't enough time to come down, and I only had about 100 milliliters of water left. So another lesson learned is take enough water. But again, I wasn't planning to go through to the top. And when I got to the top, I just didn't have a way down. There was just too many options. It was very scary up there. I was trying to find that donkey trail. I couldn't find it. It was starting to get cold. Fortunately, I was well equipped. I had my jacket with me, so I could put my jacket on to keep warm. I had a light so I could flash the helicopter when they came to fetch me. So in terms of that, I was well planned and well equipped. But guys, the biggest lesson that I really learned today is do not attempt to go to the top of a mountain on your own. I got to the Hanging Garden section and I thought I could carry on from there. That was the mistake I made. I should have turned around at that point. I'm really grateful to my rescuers, the search and rescue guys, the captain that I was communicating with on WhatsApp, and his amazing team, the guys that came to rescue me. And I'm grateful to Mitz, my wife, for notifying search and rescue guys to come and find me. Fortunately, she knew where my location was because I told her before I left exactly where I was going to be. Hopefully you guys can learn from this and don't make the same mistake that I made. But this story has a positive ending. I've made it back in one piece and I'm headed back to Dubai now. Take care guys, I'll see you in the next one.